Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something quite significant, aren't we? We're looking at strategies for, well, genuine growth within the ONPASSIVE OES account.
That's right. And it's more than just, having a profile. The OES account, based on everything we've looked at, is really positioned as your gateway. It's the hub for OnPassive Technologies' AI tools, the company Ash Mufareh founded. Think of it as the control center.
Exactly. Not just a login page. It's meant to be, potentially, a path towards financial freedom. So our mission today is clear. Figure out the core strategy. We want to help you move beyond just accidental growth.
Right. Accidental growth happens, but strategic growth.
Mm.
That's different. It's about becoming what the sources are calling a digital leader in your field. It's intentional.
So let's define what that growth actually means for you, the listener. What does it unlock?
Well, the benefits are pretty substantial, according to the materials. We're
Yep.
having increased opportunities, obviously, for earning commissions. That's a big one. But also access to premium tools, maybe features before others get them. And crucially, building a real global network of affiliates and customers. It solidifies your standing.
Building that network, building that authority. Okay, so how do we make this happen strategically? We've broken it down into three core pillars, right? Three key areas.
Exactly. 3 quick but powerful tips, essentially, to shift from just letting things happen to making them happen. First, optimize and verify your OES account. Get the foundation solid.
Okay, pillar one, foundation.
Second, engage actively and leverage OConnect. Be visible inside the ecosystem.
Pillar two, visibility and engagement.
And third, promote strategically using OES tools. Reach outside the ecosystem effectively.
Foundation, engagement, promotion. Got it. Let's dive right into that first one, the foundation. Sounds basic, but often overlooked.
It really is. Section 1, optimize and verify. The analogy the sources use is your OES account as your digital home.
A digital home, I like that. Explain that a bit.
Think about it. Before you invite guests, especially, potentially thousands of business partners or customers, you make sure your house is in order. It needs to be secure, look professional, and importantly for a global business, it needs to be compliant.
Right, you wouldn't invite investors over if the place was a mess and the locks were broken.
Precisely. An incomplete or unverified profile creates friction. The system, OnPassive system, is designed to recognize and reward those who remove that friction.
Okay, so step one within this foundation is completing the profile, but not just filling boxes, right? Doing it with intent.
Exactly. Professional intent.
No.
This builds trust instantly. The sources highlighted a few specifics. First, the profile picture.
Ah, yes, the picture. What about it?
It needs to be professional. Clear, high resolution, not blurry, not overly casual, not some obscure graphic. Your digital face needs to project seriousness, legitimacy. A bad picture can actually turn people away.
Okay, professional photo. What else? The bio.
Yes, the bio section. Often wasted space, filled with cliches. The sources say use this to clearly state who you are and the value you bring. Are you focused on AI marketing? Helping local businesses with OSHOP?
Be specific about your niche.
Be specific. It acts like a filter, attracting the right kind of partners. And of course, keep contact details updated. This signals seriousness not just to people, but apparently to the OnPassive algorithms too.
Interesting. It flags you as active and committed within the system itself. Okay. That leads naturally into step two, verification with OVerify. OnPassive calls it OKYC.
Yes, OKYC. It stands for OnPassive, Know Your Customer. It's their advanced system for safety and authenticity.
Now, I know some affiliates find this step tedious. Why is it so critical, beyond just a checkbox for OnPassive?
Well, it's fundamental for global business. There are layers to this. First, security. OVerify protects you from fraud, from unauthorized access to your earnings. That's huge.
Okay, security for the user. Makes sense.
Second, and maybe most critical for active earners, compliance.
Meaning sticking to financial rules.
Exactly. International financial regulations. OnPassive operates globally. To send you commissions smoothly, whether it's dollars, euros, crypto, whatever, they must verify your identity to meet those strict global standards.
Ah, so if they can't verify you via OKYC, they literally can't send you large payments without hitting regulatory walls and delays.
Precisely. It's about ensuring frictionless payments, especially when dealing with significant amounts. Skipping or delaying this is self-sabotage.
That's a very powerful incentive. You mentioned a third benefit too, priority access.
Yes. Verified accounts are seen as trustworthy within the ecosystem, so they often get perks. early access to new features, maybe beta testing OConnect's new AI tools, special internal promotions. It's like a trusted tier.
Okay, that's a real tactical edge. The sources also mentioned a pro tip for the verification process itself, something that often trips people up.
Document quality. Simple but crucial. Use clear, readable, current documents. National ID, passport, driver's license. The AI systems scanning these are sensitive.
So no blurry phone pics or expired IDs.
Absolutely not. Any ambiguity, reflection, blurriness, it stops the process. Rushing this with a bad scan is apparently the #1 cause of frustration. Take the time, get it right.
Good practical advice. Okay, step 3 then moves to the money side. Setting up the O-wallet, the financial engine. Why the urgency here?
Preparedness is key. You need to be ready to receive earnings before they start flowing. Don't wait.
So what does that involve practically?
Adding your preferred payment methods, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But the absolute non-negotiable, the source's stress, is setting up two-factor authentication, 2FA.
Right, 2FA, we hear about it all the time. Why is it so vital for the O-wallet specifically?
Because your OES account, if you're successful, isn't just holding data, it's holding potentially significant income. 2FA means even if your password gets compromised somehow, criminals can't drain your funds without your physical device.
It's that extra physical layer of security.
It's the single most important step to protect the commissions you're working for. Also, you need to check the withdrawal rules and limits for your specific country now. Don't wait until July 2025 to find out there's a limit or a specific process you weren't aware of.
Understand the rules of the road beforehand. Okay, let's analyze this whole section. Why does all this optimization, verification, O-wallet setup, why does it matter so much? The so what?
It's about removing friction, both internally and for yourself. Optimization tells the ONPASSIVE system, this user is serious, compliant, legitimate, worth prioritizing.
And it builds trust externally, too.
Absolutely. It projects professionalism to your potential team members and customers. Safety, reliability.
And there's an urgency tied to the launch date.
Definitely. The sources hammered this. Getting this foundation right now prevents critical delays later, especially with the global rollout plan for July 24th, 2025. If you're stuck on KYC issues in June 2025,
You missed the boat.
you miss that initial, potentially massive wave. This foundation maximizes the impact of the next two pillars we're about to discuss. It's a launchpad.
Okay, foundation optimized, verified, financially ready, friction removed. Now let's talk about building momentum, activating the network. Section 2.
Right. Section 2, the community engine engage actively and leverage OConnect.
Mm-hmm.
We shift from setup to participation. OES is built around community. You need to be visible.
So if Section 1 was getting your house ready,
Section 2 is about being the life of the party, but, a productive, value-driven party. The mistake is treating OES passively. You need to show up.
and step 1 here is using OConnect for that visibility. ONPASSIVE's video conferencing tool. But it's more than just Zoom, right? The AI integration is key.
Exactly. It's designed as a growth driver within the ecosystem. You leverage its AI capabilities. The sources suggest 3 main ways. First, host weekly webinars.
Weekly webinars on what?
On passive updates, maybe industry trends relevant to your niche. And here's the kicker. Use OConnect's AI features like real-time transcription and automated summaries.
Ah, so the AI does the note-taking and creates shareable summaries instantly.
Yes. It saves hours of work and makes your sessions incredibly professional and scalable. Imagine having a perfect transcript and summary generated automatically after every webinar.
That's a huge time saver. What's the second method?
Create targeted training sessions for your team and use OConnect's AI sentiment analysis.
Sentiment analysis.
Yeah.
How does that work in training?
It gives you feedback, nonverbal cues on how well your team is understanding the material. Are they engaged? Confused? You can adapt your training live based on this AI feedback. It dramatically improves how well your team learns in duplicates.
Wow, okay. Real-time feedback on comprehension, that's powerful. And the third method?
Run live Q&A sessions for potential recruits, especially internationally. OConnect's real-time translation is the game changer here.
So you can speak in English and someone in, say, Japan can hear it translated live?
Or read the translated captions, yes. It breaks down language barriers instantly. Host one session, reach a global audience effectively. It overcomes a major hurdle in building an international network.
So the outcomes are clear. You build authority, attract signups by offering unique value, and build trust across borders. But this needs consistency, right? That's step 2.
The power of consistency. Exactly. Sporadic activity doesn't register effectively. The system's algorithm, like most platforms, favors consistent, reliable engagement.
So what does that look like? What frequency are we talking about?
The sources suggested a rhythm. Daily. Log in. Check official updates, not rumors. Respond to messages quickly. Slow responses signal low commitment.
Be responsive. Makes sense.
Weekly. Host at least one OConnect live session. This keeps you visible, reinforces your role as a resource. It tells the algorithm you're active and valuable.
Okay, weekly live presence.
And monthly. Share major updates, strategic direction, maybe celebrate team wins. Consistent, predictable communication keeps your account flagged as an active, positive node in the network.
It's about signaling reliability to both your team and the system. But how do you ensure you're sharing the right info, not just noise? That brings us to step 3.
Participating in O360 updates. These are the official briefings, often with Ashmafara or top leaders. Think of them as your intelligence source.
Why is attending these lives so important? Can't you just read a summary later?
You can, but you lose the edge. Attending live gives you accurate, verified news directly from the source first. This gives you a competitive advantage.
How so?
You can act faster. While others wait for secondhand info, which might be slightly off or delayed, you're already adjusting your strategy, updating your team, answering questions with confirmed facts. It positions you as the reliable source. In this game, reliability equals authority.
Getting the info first, straight from the source, makes you the go-to person. Okay, let's sum up this section. Why does all this engagement actually work?
It builds your internal reputation and visibility. The system itself promotes active users. You show up more in searches, connection suggestions. You become known as a leader, a resource.
And there are tangible benefits too.
Yes. Sources suggest active accounts might get prioritized for early commission payouts or get invites to beta test new products before the general release. Activity gets rewarded.
So visibility through consistent, valuable engagement leads to growth, which ultimately supports the financial goals. Be seen, be heard, be valuable.
Exactly. You've built trust with the foundation. Now you've built internal authority through engagement. The next step is projecting that outwards.
Right. Section 3. The external reach promotes strategically using OES tools. Shifting focus now from internal activity to attracting people from the outside.
And doing it smartly, using the tools ONPASSIVE provides. The goal is efficient, trackable promotion, not just randomly posting links.
Step 1 here is leveraging OTRIM, the AI-powered link shortener. Why is this better than just copying the long default OES link?
2 main reasons: professionalism and data. First, professionalism. A short, clean OTRIM link looks way better, especially on social media. It looks trustworthy, not like spam.
Aesthetics matter, especially for first impressions online.
They really do. Compare a super long, complex os.onpassive.com user-register.rehash 123456 link to something clean like otrim.ai, join my team. Which one would you click?
The short one, definitely. Less intimidating. But you said data was the other key.
Yes, this is huge. OTRIM has built-in analytics. It doesn't just tell you how many clicks, but potentially where they came from geographically, what platform referred them, maybe even conversion behavior down the line.
So you can see if your Facebook ads are working better than your LinkedIn posts or if you're getting traction in a specific country.
Exactly. It gives you intelligence to optimize your promotional efforts and budget. If 80% of your signups via one link come from Germany on LinkedIn, you know where to focus more energy or tailor your message. It makes your marketing smart.
Trackable, professional links via OTRIM. Got it. Step 2 is about what you promote. Showcasing specific OES products. Why focus on individual products instead of just the overall ONPASSIVE opportunity?
Because people buy solutions, not just concepts. Promoting a specific product allows you to target a specific audience with a specific problem they need solved. It's much more effective than a generic join my AI thing pitch.
Okay, give us some examples from the sources. How would you promote OShop, for instance?
You target small business owners, maybe artists or local shops struggling with high fees on other platforms. You pitch OShop as their affordable way to get a global online store. They sign up for the OShop solution and boom, they're in your network.
Targeted solution selling. What about another one, like Opal?
Opal is their messaging and collaboration tool. You target team leaders, maybe remote companies, who need secure, efficient internal communication. You highlight its features, its security. You attract professionals needing that specific solution.
Or OConnect for paid webinars.
Right. Promote OConnect to coaches, trainers, educators as a platform to host their paid sessions, leveraging the AI features we talked about. You are solving their business problem, and they join your OES network as a result. It's targeted value.
Makes sense. Solve a specific problem with a specific tool. This leads to step 3, building a duplicating referral system. This is about exponential growth, right?
Yes, the organic multiplying growth. But the key advice here is start small, And focus on quality. Don't try to mass recruit hundreds right away.
Really? Start small. That sounds counterintuitive if you want fast growth before the big 2025 launch.
It sounds counterintuitive, but think about leverage. If you recruit 100 people quickly, but don't train them well, maybe 5 stick around, and you spend all your time putting out fires, it's inefficient.
So the alternative is?
Recruit maybe 5 to 10 really committed people first. Focus intensely on training them to do exactly what you do. Optimize their profile, engage using OConnect, promote strategically with OTrim, quality over quantity initially.
And the idea is they then replicate that training with their own small team.
Precisely. If you train 5 people well, and they each train 5 people well, that's duplication, that's leveraged growth. The network expands effectively, consistently, and more passively for you over time because you've built a system, not just a list of names.
Focus on depth and quality of training, not just width of recruitment. Okay, let's analyze this promotion section. Why do random marketing efforts usually fail?
Because they lack strategy. 3 key things for strategic promotion. 1, target specific audiences. Don't spray and pray.
Know who you're talking to.
2, your message must resonate. Speak to their needs, solve their problems using an OES product, make it compelling.
Adjust the pain point.
And 3, use the right tool for the job. OTrim for clean, trackable links on social media. OConnect for demonstrating expertise through live training. Maybe highlight O-Verify's security when talking to businesses concerned about compliance.
Match the tool to the goal and the audience. That alignment turns random activity into effective strategy.
Exactly. That's how you move from just being an affiliate to being seen as a digital leader and authority using the tools ONPASSIVE provides.
Fantastic. Okay, that was a really detailed breakdown. Let's try and bring it all together now. A quick recap of the big picture.
All right. Pillar 1 was optimize and verify. Get your foundation rock solid. Complete the profile professionally. Nail the O-Verify KYC process for compliance and smooth payments. Secure your O-Wallet with 2FA. That's your base for trust and function.
Pillar 2, engage and leverage OConnect. Be active daily. Host valuable weekly sessions using OConnect's AI tools like transcription and translation, and stay informed via O360 updates. This builds your leadership and visibility within the ecosystem.
And Pillar 3, promote strategically using OES tools. Use OTrim for smart, trackable links. Target specific audiences by promoting specific OES product solutions like OShop or OPAL. And build sustainable growth through a small, high-quality duplicating referral system. That's your engine for external reach and passive growth.
Foundation, engagement, promotion. Optimize, engage, promote. Now let's circle back to that timeline. July 24, 2025, the planned global launch. Why is acting now so important?
Because time is leverage here. Every day you delay getting verified, or learning OConnect, or setting up OTrim links. It's a day of lost momentum. You want to have all this running smoothly before the massive global rollout.
So you're ready to capitalize immediately.
Exactly. You want to be riding that wave of opportunity, not scrambling to fix verification issues or figure out how to host a webinar when everyone else is already scaling. Preparation now equals prime position then.
Makes perfect sense. And underpinning all this strategy, there's the mission articulated by the founder, Ash Mufareh.
Right. He often says, we are here to uplift humanity. Growth isn't just about numbers, it's about impact. That adds a layer of purpose, doesn't it?
It does. It frames the whole endeavor differently. Which leads us to our final provocative thought for you, the listener.
If the goal is truly impact, and you're building this powerful, duplicating referral system we've outlined, a system designed to grow exponentially, then what's your responsibility?
Responsibility regarding what?
Regarding the quality and integrity of the information being duplicated. How do you ensure that the training cascading through your network is accurate, ethical, and genuinely focused on positive impact, not just hyper-recruitment numbers?
That's a deep question. The system replicates what you teach, so the quality control starts with you. How do you embed that principle of impact over numbers into the very fabric of your team's training, right from day one?
Something to really think about as you implement these strategies. How will your growth truly contribute to that larger mission?
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for that incredibly insightful deep dive.
My pleasure. Lots to consider, lots to implement.